What is up everyone, and welcome to Monday's video. Today we're taking a look at this 8-way TP-Link gigabit switch. Now it's a bit pointless making an entire video about just a gigabit switch. It's simple, it should be plug and play. But of course, I like to show you guys every single step of my journey, and this setup thing is getting people really excited, including me. I'm absolutely really excited to do it. And this is the first step. Now you guys might be wondering, why have you got the switch before anything else? Why aren't you just ordering it all at the same time? Well, this switch costs £19.98, so 2p away from £20 on Amazon at this current moment in time. And my sister was extremely kind, and she gave me a £20 Amazon gift card for my birthday, which is a really generous amount. You know, she's in university out in New Zealand, but this is so generous of her, and I really appreciate it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy myself something early before buying the rest, and something that would be really nice to get set up is this gigabit switch, just so I can, you know, have a play with it and stuff before I have an entirely new desk setup. So I still have 2p in my Amazon gift card funds. But of course, I've bought this, so huge thank you to my sister. Now, this came over the weekend. I have had a quick sneaky look at it. This is not a true unboxing. You've got a rip there. As you can see, I had a really quick look at it when I had 2 seconds to look at it on Saturday. But yeah, it's Monday today. We're going to take a look at this. We're also going to set it up and see how it works out with my Mac Mini and whatnot. Just before we roll the intro and get into the unboxing, I do already have a switch, or it's more of a splitter, I think, actually. Let's have a look. No, it does say Ethernet switch, but it is a 10100 switch. So, of course, I want my network to be gigabit if I can, and they're so cheap these days, as you know. 8-port gigabit switch, under £20, 2p under £20, and sometimes, well, even if you go for the plastic version of this, I believe it's around £15, but of course, I wanted the premium product, lifetime warranty, solid metal. It really is a solid piece of kit. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing and let's give this little beast a go. So let's dig in. As you guys can probably tell, the new light and airy desk is actually working out really well. It's really dark outside today, but I've still managed to get a decent amount of light for this recording. So the outer packaging is just one of those thin cardboard sleeves. That can go back there somewhere. And we're down to business here. And of course, we're presented with the switch right on top. So we'll put this off to the side for 1 minute. We will take a much closer look at it. Here we have some destructions and other documentation that we probably won't look at. And of course then, last stage, we have the power supply with a transformer on it. No integrated power supply into this unit. It does have an external PSU. Of course, it's a very small unit, so you know you couldn't even get an IEC connection on there, but you could get a figure of 8 connection on there if it did have a integrated power supply. Other stuff, we have 4 little feet for it. If it's not going to be mounted onto the wall or mounted on a desk or something, you can put the 4 little feet on it. That's really nice. And I believe, yeah, that's pretty much it for in there. So we will keep this cardboard insert because it's really nice. And we'll put this plastic back in there, those feet back in there. We'll also put the instructions back, and even the cable tie for this, because this has a lifetime warranty. I'm going to keep the box, and if it goes wrong, then I can just send it back. So I'm going to keep everything. There's the power supply, and we will also undress this bad boy. If we can get in. It's actually sealed, believe it or not. Try and keep it in decent condition. There we go, that'll do. And yeah, this is a quality product. I'll show it in more detail in a second. Let's just get rid of the box out the frame. Boom. bye-bye. Awesome. So here we have it. As you can see, really small. It's definitely no bigger than it needs to be. You have your 8 gigabit ports here, and they each have an LED on them, a green one for gigabit connection and an orange one for 10100 connection. We have a power LED. Swinging around to the back, we have a Kensington lock, which is really cool, along with the power input. So that's where, of course, this boy comes in, gives it some juice. Hey presto. And then on the bottom, this is where you could optionally stick the feet, but of course, or you could stick it on the side or whatever if you wanted to stand it up, I suppose. It's up to you. But yeah, here we have the sort of, you know, like on the back of 4-way extension leads or whatever, you can put 2 screws or 2 nails in the wall or whatever and just clip it on and shift it down and it stays there. So instead of using Velcro, that's what I'll do to attach this to the side of my desk. But I'm not going to do that yet because I'll do all of that kind of work to my desk at the same time because I need to drill a couple of holes and stuff. But what we're going to do in this video, we are actually going to power this up because a little secret, guys, I told you that I was going to leave my Mac Mini server setup powered down until I had the desk setup rock and rolling. However, I have been a bit naughty. The Intel one is indeed powered up and I am currently using it to upload my videos. So yeah, I kind of really wanted to do that just to save my Mac Pro being on 24/7, and it has really helped. Screen sharing on that is great, but I want to try this switch out. I'm going to plug everything into it, and it'll mean that I can get my router back up the top then, hopefully with just a couple of cables going to it. So yeah, I'm going to set this all up and then we'll see what it does. So here we have my standard Netgear wireless router. Now, a lot of you guys have seen one of these before. They're just the standard, bare basic wireless router that you get from your ISP. Now, this has been running for maybe 5 years. It's ever since we got wireless internet. So when we first got broadband, we had a single cable wired modem and upgraded to wireless probably about 1.5 to 2 years after we got broadband. We got broadband in 2007, 2008. So we were quite late getting broadband, and of course this is your basic wireless router. Now, it's not ideal because the house is very long. It's not ideal having it here at all. My eventual plan is to strip this of all its wireless capabilities and just use it as a modem, and then use a separate router, run a long Ethernet cable from my switch all the way over there or something, and have the router much more in the middle of the house, or even, you know, run it to the landing or something like that, because, you know, I don't really, you know, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, I was using the router for all of my interconnectivity between various devices. So basically, to map it out for you guys, the latest setup I had in here was Mac Pro, Ethernet to power plugs, whatever they're called. What are they called? Power line adapters. Server, and nothing in there because I didn't have a second PC. So Mac Pro, Mum and Dad's PC. Let's just call it Mum and Dad's PC, even though it's going through one of those power line adapter things. Mac Pro, Mum and Dad's PC, Mac Mini, and nothing. So I've been transferring files so that I can upload videos from my Mac Mini and stuff over the network. And my network before basically consisted of this. And this is 10100. So I'm upgrading to a gigabit. I never really used this switch. You know, I never really needed this amount of ports until now anyway. But if you come down here, as you can see, we've got a single Ethernet cable coming out there. And if we come down here, you can see on top of the Mac Mini, very messy, that is my switch. Now you can see that there are 2 devices that are 10100 and 2 gigabit devices. The 2 gigabit devices, luckily, are my devices. So the blue one at the end here is the Mac Mini server, the Intel one, which is switched on at the top here. There will be a second cable going in right next to it, which will be the G4. But and it's not even all set up anyway. These drives aren't set up. Nothing is properly set up. I'm simply doing this for testing purposes, and it's proving to be excellent to upload the videos. So that's the server running at gigabit. This is an Ethernet cable going down to this power line adapter. Sorry about the lighting, guys. And that is 10100, even though it's rated for 200 megabit. But yeah, pretty much 10100 as it's telling us here. This is my Mac Pro connected via gigabit in port number 3 there. And in port number 1, all on its lonesome, is my router. So that's where the internet is coming in. So the router is 10100. And it'll be really nice to get overall better network speed from the Mac Pro connecting to the server and stuff like that. Now all I need is a nice speedy Wi-Fi router, a good Wi-Fi router, and of course stick that in port 2 or whatever, and I will have brilliant connection between my laptop and my server as well, which is also something that I want for time machine reasons and whatnot. So everything is looking really good. As far as the unit itself goes, it's got a nice power LED. The LEDs are nice and bright. They're clear to see, but they're not too intrusive. You know, they're not going to keep me awake at night. Now this is a very ugly setup. Cables everywhere, looking awful. It's not going to be like that, guys. This is going to be mounted on the side of my desk here, and all the cables are going to run under the top there. All the Ethernet cables are going to be tied. Really nice, just one wad of Ethernet cables. And also I'm going to color code them all. So the two servers will be on two short 0.5 meter red cables. The two computers will be on yellow cables, I believe, or blue cables or something. And the router, the modem and the router will be on a different color cable, so it'll all be color coordinated, very nice, and it technically gives me 2 ports free. Now I'm only classing it as 1 port free because I used to have my Blu-ray player connected via Ethernet because it has Netflix and stuff on it, but I've got a Wii U now, so I'll be using my Wii U for that kind of thing, probably multimedia playback on the projector, and that's got Wi-Fi, so I'll probably connect the Wii U via Wi-Fi, and of course I normally have computer number 2 on this setup. Now computer number 2, I'm not sure where I'm putting it yet, what it's going to be, where it's going to be my gaming PC or whatever. That'll be connected via Ethernet, but even if I connect that via Ethernet, I'll still have 1 free port on this switch, so an 8-way is doing me absolutely fine for now. Now, the internet is working, guys. In case anyone's interested, I would show you, but it's kind of pointless. The internet's working. I've been downstairs. Mum and Dad's internet is working. The server sees the internet, and so does Wi-Fi, so everything is working flawlessly. The only thing I haven't tried is transferring between the server and the Mac Pro, so let's give that a quick go. Now we're going to do a really rough and non-scientific test here, but this is going to be a real-world test. So server's all booted up and powered up and everything. We're going to transfer a 3GB film, 2012, a compressed 3GB film. It's 2.99 gig. We're going to just paste it directly onto the server's desktop and see how long it takes. So to give you guys an idea of the signal flow, or more like the file path, we are going from a 2TB black hard drive connected via a SATA 2 interface to my Mac Pro, going out of Gigabit, going into the Gigabit switch, going out of the Gigabit switch into the Mac Mini, which has a 5400 RPM laptop drive in it, and that's what I'm copying to. And you know, the Mac Mini's got 2 gigs of RAM, Mac Pro's got 8 gigs of RAM. So let's just see how long that takes. 3, 2, 1, paste. So here's the progress, and we've got about a minute. As you can see, not bad progress at all. So that was a 3 gig file. Let's see how long it would take us to copy an average YouTube video from my Mac Pro. It's just been exported and compressed via Handbrake to the server, ready for uploading. This is a 710 megabyte YouTube video. It's my Xbox video, the last one that I uploaded, for anyone wondering, and I did upload that via the Mini. Let's check it out. Let's paste that over again and see how long it takes. How long do we have to wait until we can get a video up? So there we go, 710 meg. Boom, go in, and pretty much probably less than 10 seconds. That's great. I am very pleased with that. And that's it, pretty much instant like that. Now, I'm quite impressed by that, guys. Haven't tested the speed of the transfer. I'd be really interested to test the speed to see what kind of transfers we're getting. But I'll leave that for a later date because we'll make a dedicated video about it. This was just a really quick video about the hardware itself, the TP-Link Gigabit switch. One thing that I absolutely love about it is it's a metal case. It's quality. It's a really nice box. So I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces, even though I won't be utilising this thing to even, you know, a quarter of its potential with my petty little needs. But for now, we got that hooked up nicely. It's working well. I'm pleased with it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this random little video. Not very in-depth at all, but I've got a new piece of kit. It's working well and I'm pleased with it. So yeah, as always, head down into the video description, check out all my links, all my latest cool stuff. Loads of desk setup videos to come. I'm getting paid this Thursday. I worked my ass off on the weekend doing loads and loads of stuff just so that I could try and get enough money to get together all the stuff that I want for my desk. And also, I have a couple of people that are very, very kindly helping me out with the project in terms of donations and stuff, so that will be fantastic. All will be revealed, guys, but for now, this is the first little add-on to my desk setup. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. Just waiting to set it up properly now. It'll all be great. Anyway, before I rant on any longer, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the start of your week. I wish you all well with whatever you're doing, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.